In a world obsessed with certainty, Pema Chödrön's teachings offer a refreshing alternative, embracing the unknown. She found her calling in Tibetan Buddhism, becoming a fully ordained Buddhist nun in 1981. Today, she stands as a beacon of wisdom, guiding countless individuals towards peace and understanding. Her words are simple, direct, and infused with warmth that transcends cultural boundaries. Pema teaches us to recognize Shenpa, to pause before reacting, and choose a more skillful response. It's about learning to be present with ourselves, with all our flaws and imperfections. Pema Chödrön's teachings are infused with a deep sense of compassion, a quality she believes is essential for navigating the complexities of human existence. Compassion, in the Buddhist sense, goes beyond mere empathy or pity. It's about recognizing the shared humanity that connects us all, the understanding that we all experience joy and sorrow, fear and longing. This understanding, Pema teaches, allows us to approach ourselves and others with greater kindness and understanding. It enables us to let go of judgment and blame, to see beyond the surface of our differences and connect on a deeper level. Compassion, she emphasizes, is not a sign of weakness, but a source of incredible strength and resilience. Cultivating compassion, Pema acknowledges, is not always easy. It requires conscious effort and a willingness to confront our own deeply ingrained patterns of self-centeredness and aversion. But the rewards, she assures us, are immeasurable. When we learn to meet life's challenges with compassion, we transform our relationship to suffering. We discover an inner wellspring of strength and resilience, a capacity for love and forgiveness that extends even to ourselves. This, Pema teaches, is the path to true and lasting happiness. Pema Chödrön's teachings offer a roadmap for navigating the challenges of life and cultivating a deep sense of inner peace. She encourages us to embrace uncertainty, to let go of our need to control, and to find freedom in the present moment. Her message is one of radical acceptance, of meeting ourselves and others with kindness and compassion, even in the face of adversity. Her teachings are not merely theoretical concepts, but practical tools for living a more mindful and fulfilling life. She offers simple yet profound practices that can help us cultivate greater awareness, compassion, and resilience in our daily lives. Through meditation, mindfulness, and a deep understanding of the nature of our own minds, Pema shows us that it is possible to find peace within ourselves, even amidst the chaos of the world around us. Her teachings are a beacon of hope, reminding us that we all have the potential to live with greater awareness, compassion, and wisdom. At the heart of Pema Chödrön's teachings lies the concept of Shenpa, a Tibetan word that translates roughly as attachment or hooked. It describes that familiar feeling of being caught off guard, triggered by something that pushes our buttons. Shenpa is the moment we get hooked by our habitual patterns of negative thoughts and behaviors. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, already running late. The car in front inches forward, then slams on the brakes. Frustration surges, your heart pounds, and anger rises. You might honk, gesture angrily, or mutter curses. This, Pema teaches, is Shenpa in action. The first step in working with Shenpa is to develop awareness of our own personal triggers. Observe your thoughts, feelings, and sensations with honesty and without judgment. Pay attention to the physical sensations that arise when you're feeling hooked. Do you feel a tightness in your chest? A knot in your stomach? Do your shoulders tense up? Becoming aware of these physical cues can serve as an early warning system. Notice the thoughts that accompany these sensations. Are you replaying old hurts? Engaging in self-criticism? Identifying these habitual thought patterns is crucial. Remember, the goal is not to judge yourself, but to become aware. Approach this process with kindness and curiosity. By bringing awareness to our triggers, we can choose a more skillful response. Once we've started to recognize our triggers and the early warning signs of Shenpa, we can begin to understand the cyclical nature of this process. Pema describes this cycle as a four-part process: trigger, Shenpa, habitual reaction, and consequence. The cycle begins with a trigger, something that sets off our habitual patterns. This could be anything from a stressful event to a seemingly insignificant comment that rubs us the wrong way. The trigger activates our Shenpa, that feeling of being hooked or caught off guard. We experience a surge of negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or fear. Driven by these uncomfortable feelings, we react in our habitual ways. This might involve lashing out at others, withdrawing into ourselves, or engaging in self-destructive behaviors. These reactions, while seemingly offering temporary relief from the discomfort of Shenpa, ultimately create further suffering for ourselves and others. The consequences of our actions then serve as further triggers, perpetuating the cycle. For example, if we react to stress by yelling at a loved one, their hurt or anger might then trigger further stress and guilt in us, leading to more reactivity. Breaking free from the cycle of Shenpa, Pema teaches, is not about becoming emotionless or suppressing our feelings. It's about learning to relate to our emotions in a new way, with greater awareness, kindness, and wisdom. The key lies in interrupting the automatic reaction that follows the initial feeling of Shenpa. This pause, even if it's just a split second, creates a space for choice. Instead of being controlled by our habitual patterns, we gain the freedom to respond in a way that aligns with our values and intentions. Pema offers a variety of practices to help us interrupt this cycle, including mindfulness meditation, Tonglen meditation, and the practice of loving kindness. These practices cultivate greater awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, allowing us to observe Shenpa as it arises without getting swept away by it. The journey of working with Shenpa is an ongoing process, one that requires patience, compassion, and a willingness to confront our own habitual patterns. But as we learn to recognize our triggers, interrupt the cycle of reactivity, and respond with greater skillfulness, we move closer to a life of greater peace, freedom, and well-being. Our human instinct drives us to seek certainty, to grasp for control in a chaotic world. We build walls to protect ourselves from the unknown. But as Pema Chödrön points out, this pursuit of control is often an illusion. Think about a time when you clung to a particular outcome, only to be met with disappointment. This aversion to uncertainty is at the root of much of our suffering. The truth is, we cannot control everything. Clinging to certainty prevents us from experiencing the fullness of life. Instead of fearing uncertainty, Pema Chödrön invites us to befriend it, to embrace the unknown as an opportunity for growth. This doesn't mean acting recklessly. It's about shifting our perspective, relating to uncertainty with curiosity. Imagine stepping off a well-worn path into a dense forest. At first, you might feel trepidation, but as you continue, fear dissipates, replaced by awe. You notice intricate patterns, wildflowers, and birdsong. This is what it's like to embrace uncertainty. It's about stepping outside our comfort zones, finding adventure in the unknown. The concept of groundlessness is central to Pema Chödrön's teachings. It refers to the understanding that there is no solid, unchanging ground beneath our feet. While this might seem frightening, Pema assures us it is a source of liberation. When we let go of the illusion of control, we free ourselves from suffering. We learn to appreciate the beauty of the present moment, the only moment we truly have. This state of groundlessness is about finding stability in impermanence. Embrace the ever-changing nature of life. Embracing uncertainty and groundlessness requires courage, a willingness to face our fears and step outside our comfort zones. It's about learning to trust in ourselves, in the wisdom of our own hearts, and in the unfolding of life itself. Pema Chödrön often uses the analogy of learning to ride a bicycle. At first, we cling tightly to the handlebars, afraid of falling. But as we gain confidence, we loosen our grip, allowing ourselves to find balance and flow. Eventually, we might even let go of the handlebars altogether, experiencing a moment of pure exhilaration and freedom. Letting go, Pema teaches, is not about giving up or becoming passive. It's about relinquishing our need to control, to force things to be a certain way. It's about surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that even when things fall apart, we have the inner resources to meet whatever arises with courage, compassion, and wisdom. This process of letting go is not always easy. It can be painful to release our grip on people, possessions, and ideas that we hold dear. But as we learn to let go of what no longer serves us, we create space for new possibilities to emerge. We open ourselves up to a life of greater freedom, joy, and meaning. In Pema Chödrön's teachings, compassion is a radiant thread, weaving through life's challenges and human interactions. Compassion transcends sympathy. It's a deep recognition of our shared humanity. Cultivating compassion isn't about suppressing pain, but opening our hearts to the full spectrum of human experience. It's about recognizing the spark of basic goodness within each of us, even amidst anger or fear. Compassion allows us to move with kindness, letting go of judgment and blame. It's a source of strength and resilience, countering the anger and division in our world. Consider a time when someone acted hurtfully towards you. Instead of focusing on our pain, what if we paused and saw the situation from their perspective? Perhaps they were acting out of their own pain or fear. This shift in perspective can transform our response from anger to understanding. Pema Chödrön acknowledges anger as a natural emotion that can lead us astray. But anger, like all emotions, is impermanent. It arises, lingers, and dissipates. The key is to relate to anger with awareness, seeing it as a passing storm. One powerful practice for working with anger is Tonglen meditation. Tonglen means giving and taking in Tibetan, transforming suffering by cultivating compassion. We visualize breathing in pain and breathing out peace and healing. This practice can be profoundly transformative. By connecting with others' suffering, we chip away at self-centeredness. We develop empathy, recognizing we are not alone in our pain. Transforming anger into compassion takes practice and patience. Meeting anger with kindness and understanding frees us from its grip. This shift allows us to respond with greater wisdom and compassion. Compassion and non-aggression go hand in hand. Cultivating compassion makes us less likely to harm ourselves or others. Non-aggression isn't about passivity, but responding with wisdom and skillfulness. Pema Chödrön offers practical advice for cultivating non-aggression. She encourages mindfulness, paying attention to our thoughts, words, and actions. Even small acts of kindness create a ripple effect of peace. Speaking truthfully and kindly is a powerful way to cultivate non-aggression. Words can heal or harm. Speaking with kindness opens the door to connection. Non-aggression extends to our relationship with ourselves. We often treat ourselves harshly. Pema encourages self-compassion. Treat ourselves with the same kindness we would extend to a friend. This practice creates a more peaceful and harmonious environment. It allows us to respond to challenges with greater wisdom. Cultivating non-aggression transforms our interactions and our inner world. Compassion and non-aggression transform our relationships and communities. Choosing kindness over anger creates a ripple effect. Imagine a world where people listen, see different perspectives, and find common ground. Conflicts resolved peacefully, differences celebrated, everyone valued. This vision is within our reach, starting with our daily choices. Cultivating compassion and non-aggression makes us beacons of peace. We create a more just, equitable, and compassionate world. Our actions today shape a better future for all beings. Life's joys and challenges are interwoven, and Pema Chödrön's teachings offer guidance. Her book, When Things Fall Apart, serves as a compassionate companion. Published in 1997, it draws from the Shambhala warrior tradition. The book resonates with modern readers, offering timeless advice. Chödrön's writing is direct, honest, and infused with gentle humor. She acknowledges pain, fear, and disappointment as parts of life. Rather than offering quick fixes, she invites us to face difficulties with courage. Developing a compassionate relationship with ourselves is central to her message. Meet our suffering with kindness, recognizing our imperfections. We can't jump over the broken bits. We have to walk through them. This approach transforms our experience of life's storms. Impermanence is a profound teaching in When Things Fall Apart. Chödrön reminds us that everything is in a constant state of flux. Clinging to people, possessions, and ideas leads to suffering. We think if we get it right, it will stay that way. But we are like waves, forever rolling in and out. Accepting impermanence allows us to experience life fully. Embracing impermanence doesn't mean we can't appreciate good times. It's about open-hearted awareness, feeling emotions without being swept away. Recognize a stable ground of being amidst change. This understanding is liberating, opening us to greater presence and joy. Letting go of attachment frees us from suffering. We savor each moment, knowing it will pass. Pema Chödrön offers a compassionate perspective on failure. She challenges us to see failure as part of the learning process. Embrace mistakes and setbacks as opportunities for growth. We think the point is to pass the test, but things come together and fall apart. True learning occurs through our failures. Mistakes and vulnerability develop resilience and understanding. Be open to the present moment without reservations. Embrace failure, moving away from perfectionism. Recognize that making mistakes is part of being human. Our imperfections reveal our greatest strengths. This approach transforms our relationship with failure. Compassion is a transformative force in When Things Fall Apart. Chödrön reminds us that compassion heals wounds and mends relationships. Cultivate compassion for others and ourselves. Self-compassion is giving ourselves the same kindness we give to loved ones. Treat ourselves with understanding and forgiveness. Chödrön offers practices for cultivating compassion, like loving kindness meditation. Compassion is a skill we can develop through practice. It's a relationship between equals, recognizing our shared humanity. Only by knowing our own darkness can we be present with others' darkness. Compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. Cultivating a compassionate heart creates a more just and compassionate world. Pema Chödrön's teachings emphasize the interconnectedness of all beings. In a fragmented world, she invites us to embrace our shared humanity. We are not isolated islands, but integral threads in life's tapestry. Our experiences connect us in profound ways. Cultivating compassion taps into our shared humanity. This understanding transforms relationships and communities. Approach others with kindness and a willingness to listen. See conflicts as opportunities for growth and differences as strengths. Embracing our shared humanity enriches our individual journeys. True happiness is found in our connection to something larger. Recognize that our individual experiences are part of a shared human experience. True freedom is found in dancing with life's ever-changing rhythms. Chödrön invites us to embrace the unknown and find groundedness in impermanence. Everything in life is in a constant state of flux. Lean into this natural flow, finding adventure in uncertainty. Develop trust in our inner resources to navigate life's ups and downs. Even in loss or disappointment, there is strength within us. Letting go of attachment to sameness frees us from suffering. Experience spaciousness and freedom, meeting life with presence and awareness. We are defined by our capacity to meet challenges with an unwavering belief in our inherent goodness. In Pema Chödrön's teachings, kindness is a radiant thread weaving through life's challenges and human interactions. Kindness is a radical act of courage, healing wounds and creating a compassionate world. Cultivate kindness for others and yourself, recognizing our own worthiness. Self-compassion is offering ourselves the same kindness as a dear friend. We are worthy of love and belonging, imperfections and all. Kindness is an active practice, a choice to approach with gentleness and forgiveness. Small acts of kindness create a ripple effect, fostering a compassionate world. In a divided world, choosing kindness is a radical act. Compassion is a relationship between equals. Cultivating kindness taps into our shared humanity, journeying together in life. As we close this exploration of Pema Chödrön's teachings, we are left with hope and possibility. Chödrön's message is about continuous learning, growth, and transformation. The spiritual path is about embracing the messy, imperfect realities of being human. Approach life with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. True wisdom is about cultivating a beginner's mind and a sense of wonder. Self-discovery is a spiral, a process of continual unfolding and deepening. In moments of difficulty, we have the greatest opportunity for growth. Face fears, embrace imperfections, and learn from mistakes to cultivate strength and wisdom. Pema Chödrön's teachings offer a roadmap for navigating life's challenges with awareness and compassion. Embark on a journey of lifelong learning, growth, and transformation deeply into our shared human experience.